Imagine you're the executive director for a nonprofit organization. You call the shots. You decide how the money is spent. Every nonprofit organization has a different mission, but they all share the same general purpose: to organize and operate solely to fulfill a charitable mission. Your nonprofit is called Affordable Housing for All, where you work to provide housing for low-income families. Your ethics are questioned when you are approached by someone offering to donate a large sum of money. But there's a catch. Their donation would go to a separate expansion project in a nearby town. Do you accept the donation even if the demands interfere with the project you're currently working on? Those working in the nonprofit world are expected to follow the guiding principle that separates them from for-profit sectors. No one individual is to profit from the organization. Is the donor profiting from their donation by having their demands met? The donor may not receive any direct monetary benefits, but once the project is underway, can you assure that additional demands won't follow? Nonprofits act as a liaison between those with power, the donors, and those who need help, the beneficiaries. To ensure that the decision made is morally justified, I look to the ethical principle of Aristotle. Aristotle's golden mean states that moral behavior is the mean between two extremes. At one end is excess, at the other deficiency, and if you can find a moderate position between those two extremes, you will be acting morally. I personally value honesty and dependability, two characteristics that correlate with my loyalties. Prioritizing loyalty to the organization and its beneficiaries above all else. The potential harm my organization could face by setting a precedent for accepting these types of donations could cause more harm than good in the long run. However, for the sake of those who could potentially benefit from the donation, I would not immediately turn down the offer. A donor with a program idea has simply extended an invitation to have a meaningful conversation about gaps and opportunities. I would pour a heavy amount of research into the potential community to determine if there is in fact a need for our assistance. I would make sure the donor is aware that our main priority is finishing our current expansion project. I would make it very clear that our organization does not accept donations laced with demands, but I would communicate my gratitude for bringing the area to our attention. If the donor refuses to find a middle ground, then perhaps their heart was never in the right place to begin with. Other donations will come, ones without stipulations or demands. At the end of the day, neither affordable housing for all nor my ethics were compromised, and I believe the right decision was made.